But this one is better.
I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am.
It's the Morning Dish with the 2019 Radio Personality of the Year winner, Stephen Phillips.
You paying attention to this, Packy?
And as long as Pat Malone is already out of bed,
Then I might as well ride herd around here.
Well, giddy up.
I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city.
and Packy Smith is still special too.
You guys know these demo tapes don't just edit themselves together, right?
Well, all right.
3 cheers for Stephen Phillips.
Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
Well, I walk into the
Well, as you're probably guessing, I'm not Stephen Phillips, but this is the Monday edition of the Morning Dish. I'm Patrick Malone. Sitting in for Stephen is Tamala, the Undertaker. Good morning, Tamala.
Good morning. How are you?
Packy's with us, and did I miss anybody else? That's all I can see at this point.
I think
right?
you got him. I mean, there's a no-show. Somebody's supposed to be here. Who's supposed to be here today? Get out of bed.
Okay.
Who was it? Was it?
I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. It was Stephen Harper, wasn't it?
He said that he had something to do today, that he was going to be on here on Friday with me. I thought it was Rob, but
No,
I don't know
Rob
if
is
any of us
Tuesday,
know.
Wednesday, and Thursday.
all right. So maybe.
Well, see, Stephen, even when he's not here, creates chaos.
He does, but it's okay. It's
I
all
think
right.
he does that. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, maybe he does that to try to make the show like sabotage-y. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
The show goes
yeah.
real bad, and then he comes in next day and he's like,
The
"See,
savior.
I'm back here to save the day."
Save the
you know?
day.
Yeah. By the way, I will be talking about a person named Lee Johnson today. For the week, Lee, when we say your name, it's not Puddin', it's Lee.
Your name,
Oh.
your real name's not Puddin'?
No, wait, that is my name? It sounds so unusual.
It did. I was like, what is he talking about?
You about forgot it now.
Yeah, I was like, who's Lee for a minute? Took me a
We've
second.
called you
Hence,
Puddin'
hence
for
the
so long.
warning.
I appreciate it.
So, birthdays today. John Philip Sousa, the creator of many of our marches, orchestra leader, band leader, and the inventor of basketball, James Naismith, was born on this day. Let's see. From the Eagles, Glenn Fry, 1948. He's got a birthday today. Sally Fields is 77.
Oh, wow.
And people still love her, right?
Yeah, she's great.
Mike Nichols, the great director, he had a number of big movies that he directed. Catch 22, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and The Graduate were all Mike Nichols films. One more, Emma Stone, the actress, is 35 today. You got any, Tamala?
I have local birthdays today.
All right, fire away.
You took a couple of my other ones. All right, so on our local side, we have Miss Kristen Greer, and then Ann Ferguson, and Carol Stroud, who owns the florist right there in the middle of the city. And then let's see, I think that's it. There's not very many birthdays.
I got a couple of locals that happened over the weekend. On Saturday, Susan Stallcup had a birthday, as did David Phillips and Evan Penland. And Sunday, Teresa Gibson and David Grimble had birthdays.
Oh, wow.
I don't have anybody for today local.
Well, Marvin and I celebrated our 6th anniversary Saturday, so that was a big thing over the weekend for us.
Wow,
I know.
that's cool.
Pat's
Do you-
like, that's
do you
nothing,
have,
man.
That's
6, that's
nothing,
nothing.
right?
How many years
Do
were
you
you?
have a
How
big-
many years were you married, Pat?
We were 10 days short of 55.
Golly, man.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And how many days have you been married, Packy?
How many days? I'm not that good at math. I think we're going on 3 or 4 years, something like that. 3, 4, 5, or 6 years, something like. I don't know.
You
It
guys
all
got
runs
married.
together.
You
know
got
what I mean?
married during the pandemic.
During
so yeah, you
COVID.
got to be going through like 3 years
Yeah.
at least.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Between 3 and 6.
Between 3 and
Well,
6.
I mean, Marvin and I dated like 8 or 9 years before we got married, so it just seems odd. We're like, oh yeah, we've
So
only
it's
been married
really
6 years.
it's really 14 or 15.
And then you
Well-
finally put your foot down, huh? You're just like,
no.
all right, Marvin.
no.
What we doing here, man?
Oh goodness.
You're
wasn't
blushing
like
a little bit.
It was not like that. I think he was a little worried about moving to a small town, but now he loves it. So
Cool.
I was like, I'm in Hiawassee and I'm kind of stuck here. So you're welcome
This
to be here.
because we're on the first week in November, a lot of the important events that happen have to do with the presidential election. Like on this day in 2012, Barack Obama was reelected. On this day in 1984, Ronald Reagan was reelected over Walter Mondale.
I think this day in 2020, Trump was elected too, wasn't he? And then
No,
never mind. I guess
it didn't show up. It didn't show up. He was Friday was his reelection.
Oh,
or
was it?
his
Okay.
election. An unusual thing, 1940, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was elected to his third term, and that was the impetus to limit it to 2 terms for the president. Hoover was elected in 1928. McKinley was elected in 1900. I think that's it.
So, and
Oh,
then,
wait a minute. 1861, Jefferson Davis was elected to a 6-year term as the U.S. Confederate president. There you
Okay.
go.
And then speaking locally, we have tomorrow is election for the city council seat, which is Jonathan Wilson and Miss Babette
Done.
Dunn. Thank you. Sorry, I always stumble on that. And then on the county residents can vote for the SPLOST, right, Pat?
Yeah.
So tomorrow, everybody go out. Go
Just
vote.
the city votes for the council, but and the city also votes for the splosh, obviously. But
Yeah.
countywide, the splosh is on the ballot. So, and that's the only thing on the countywide ballot. Over in Blairsville, there's 4 people running for 3 council seats, and up in Andrews, there's 6 candidates for 2 of the alderman seats in the town of Andrews. So we'll have hopefully have election results on Wednesday when we come on the air.
Yeah, that'll be exciting to get this voting done and know who's going to make it for city council.
Anyway,
Bless
Pat,
their heart.
well, we're about to take a break, but let's try to bribe people into listening to us for an hour, giving away some
Okay.
prizes today. So we'll give away a prize at the end of every segment today. We have first up is Lala's, and we're going to do that as soon as we come back. The number to win is 706-379-9770, and Pat is going to pull up a Cuban question. Right, Pat?
We'll do that, but
And-
we need to remind you that we're brought to you by Moore Insurance this morning. They were established in 1974. They have grown into a full insurance agency owned and operated by Mark and Kathy Moore, and they serve the needs of thousands of individuals and families, as well as hundreds of business concerns in Western Carolina and Northeast Georgia. 828-389-4000. Give them a call.
Now with more news for Western North Carolina and North Georgia, I'm Jeff Batten. Towns and Union residents are naturally wondering where the weekend smoke is coming from. Towns County Fire Chief Harold Copeland is assuring his citizens that all of the smoke seen in our area is coming from fires in Fannin, as well as the Western North Carolina fires. Indeed, the Collett Ridge fire above Andrews is now burning about 1,300 acres with 0% containment. It's also now known that the fire started with a lightning strike. The dry conditions are not helping, and fire suppression efforts are now 24 hours a day. The fire is mainly burning in remote, uninhabited areas. In Fannin County, the Rough Ridge wildfire within the Cohutta Wilderness has burned almost 1,000 acres as of last week.
I've gone out and done a good bit of door knocking, but now we're getting to the point where I think I might be better off spending my time on other ways of getting the message out.
That's Elizabeth Babette Dunn as she nears the finish line in her Hiawassee City Council race. She's hoping her small business experience and her time on the city DDA will translate into votes tomorrow in her race against Jonathan Wilson. There was a surprisingly large turnout in advance voting. Not the case in Blairsville, where advanced in-person voting was pretty slow. 16 people cast a ballot at City Hall, and only 1 asked for an absentee vote. 4 candidates are trying to finish in the top 3 in the at-large format. Please download the free WJRB app. For Pat Malone and Harry Bond, I'm Jeff Batten.
Nothing shines brighter under the Friday night lights than a brand new Ford, and no better place to buy than Jackie Jones Ford in Hayesville. Take advantage of models in stock and on the lot at Jackie Jones Ford in Hayesville. From the moment you walk into the showroom, you'll know our commitment to customer service is second to none. Jackie Jones Ford of Hayesville, 1493 Highway 64 West, 828-389-6325, and online at jjfordhayesville.com.
Looking for a place to retire in a vibrant community where you can live, serve, share, and feel safe? At Hiawassee Park Senior Living Community, we are more than just neighbors, we're family. Visit our lovely community today and sit on a porch of our new independent luxury 1- and 2-bedroom cottages to appreciate the breathtaking views of Lake Chatuge and the North Georgia mountains. We have immediate availability. Make Hiawassee Park home. Call 762-500-2021.
Hey folks, this is Dr. Andre Scheffler. Have you heard the news? Hillcrest Clinic and Imaging has moved. Come visit us at our new facility at 401 Pat Harrelson Drive. Not feeling well? Come see one of our providers at the walk-in clinic. Has your doctor ordered an MRI, CT, ultrasound, or X-ray? Visit our certified radiology center for excellent images at 1/3 the price of our competitors. You will receive the same high-quality care as before, this time with a flat, easy-to-access parking lot. Come on by. You'll be glad you did.
When it gets colder, your brain needs to focus on taking care of your most important asset.
Yeah, your truck.
Well, the leaves, the rain, the muck. It all means I've got to protect what's important.
Your passenger.
It's all about you, right?
Well, not completely. A new set of floor mats and step bars, maybe some mud flaps, or the accessories that make truck and vehicle ownership awesome. You know you can get them at Rose Auto in Blairsville.
LED lights and headlights would make a nice holiday present.
I'm sure they would. Rose Auto has it all this fall.
Guys, I really feel bad for Daddy that he has to work on all the Saturdays. Yeah, let's work really hard today. I can do all the faxes. I can do all the drop-off receipts. I can do all the copies. Brandon can take care of the notaries. What about Josie? Josie can do the shipping.
Okay, girls, it's 8 o'clock. Let's go.
Wait a minute, I thought you didn't speak English.
Only when I need money from Daddy.
Mountainside Parcel and Post between the post office and the car wash in Blairsville.
If you've been waiting to purchase granite countertops, now's the time. For a limited time, Masterpiece Granite in Young Harris and our radio stations are running this promotion. Get a free kitchen or bathroom sink with the purchase of a complete set of countertops when you mention this radio ad. Visit MasterpieceGraniteLLC.com to see the gorgeous samples. 441 Plottown Road in Young Harris, near Track Rock Gap Road. And mention this ad for a free bathroom or kitchen sink from Masterpiece Granite.
The Morning Dish.
At the beginning of a new week, people see things differently, like why they're locked into their monster insurance carrier and paying higher premiums than their next door neighbor. If that's you, you need to speak with More Insurance Services, an independent agency in Hayesville, Blairsville, and Hiawassee.
Welcome back. You got the Monday edition of the Morning Dish. In the studio with us today is Tamala Cooper, Packy, and Lee Johnson pushing the buttons. So Stephen is on vacation for the week, huh?
And he also just left us kind of high and dry this morning. We don't have a funny person this morning.
We don't have. I thought you were the funny person. Don't you have all the funeral jokes?
I have all the funeral jokes. You're right. All the funeral. I'm the last person that lets you down. People are dying to see me. I have all the funeral jokes.
You're kicking right in there.
Someone told me something new the other day, and I can't remember what it was. I'll have to try by the end of the show to remember.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're giving away Lalas.
We are.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, go for that trivia question, Pat. What you got?
So we got the trivia question. What is the national pastime in Cuba? And let me clarify. It's not the national sport. The national sport is baseball. Well, I'm asking, what is the national pastime in Cuba? You give us a call, 706-379-9770. The first person with the correct answer wins the gift certificate over there to Lala's.
And you already got a
caller. Yeah, we already have a caller. It's Margaret this morning.
All right, Margaret, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am good. We're without Stephen this morning, so we don't have a funny person. So we'll try to make this as painless as possible. What are you doing with yourself this morning?
Oh, I'm going to work.
Oh, where do you work?
Sentinel Plastic Surgery.
All right. You work for Dr. Frazier, one of our important sponsors on our earlier show.
Yes. Great place.
Good. Well, do you know the answer to the question, which was what is the national pastime in Cuba?
I'm going to say soccer. I don't know.
No, it's not. It's not a sport.
Oh, what is the national pastime? Latin dancing.
Good guess,
That's a
but
good
that's
guess.
not correct either.
I don't know.
How about if I give you a hint? It's a table game.
Chess.
No, it's
Checkers.
played with. No, it's played with tiles.
Oh, wait a minute. What is that game? Mahjong?
No.
Mahjong.
Mahjong. That's it.
Yeah. That's in China. I
She's
think.
doing good though, Pat. I'm sitting there looking it up, and I'm seeing a lot of the stuff she's saying. And
Yeah.
come on, you
yeah,
could
yeah.
give her another hint.
Let's see. There was once a singer named Fats, a rock and roll singer. Fats. What was his last name?
Oh, Domino.
Yay! You're a winner. All right.
Oh, well, thank you for all that help. I don't know that I would have guessed that was the pastime.
We try to make winners.
Well, I appreciate that, especially on Monday.
Yes, yeah. Everybody deserves to be a winner on Monday in some shape or fashion. So, all right, Margaret. I guess she has to come by the studio and pick that up, Peggy.
Yeah, I've got a gift certificate here for you for a free Cuban sandwich. Have you ever been over there to Lala's?
No, I haven't.
You gotta
That's
try it.
all. So, yeah, I've heard it's wonderful.
It's great. So I got a gift certificate here for you. Swing by and pick it up. Just
That
bang
sounds
on the
great.
door because I'm usually asleep under the desk. So you got to
Oh,
wake
okay.
me up,
I'll
all
make
right?
sure it's loud.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Tamla,
Yes.
I think we found our funny guy.
Yes.
Packy.
I know
Peggy's-
I'm a
Peggy's-
wild and crazy guy
We're
today.
gonna
you know?
have to
Yeah.
keep you calm. Don't
Yeah.
get too excited over there. So
So, big controversy over the weekend. We changed times again, huh?
yes, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys, how do you feel about that? Because I saw, some scientists say it's good for us. Some scientists said it screws up our circadian rhythm or something. So
I've
how
got,
do you-
I've
how
got
do
a
you
2-month-old
guys feel?
child. I don't have a. I didn't
He
even
no
notice,
longer knows
man.
what sleep
I seriously, I
is.
didn't even notice, man. Our clocks. It was like last night, at like 8 p.m. and the time changed. I had no idea that even happened.
Welcome to parenthood.
Yeah.
So no, I don't like it because somewhere between 6 and 7, the sun started shining through my bedroom window, and I was like, "This is ridiculous. I don't like this. I don't like it anytime we do it."
Now, why was it? Why did it even? Was it an energy thing or?
It used to be for the
war?
farmers, right?
Yeah, it used to be for the farmers
Yeah,
to
the
extend
harvest.
the daylight hours so that they could get more work done in the field. But think about that for a minute. The hours of daylight didn't really change, did they?
Same. No, it's all the same. So I have to wonder, there had to have been another issue. It was running into something else. So
I think when did it actually? Because there are some places like I want to say Nevada, one of the states out west. It's Arizona? Arizona does not change their
Yeah, they-
standard time all year round.
yeah, I was gonna say they don't participate in that. I
Yeah.
wish that we would stop participating. It really does mess me up. Like it just kind of throws your day off if you don't have a 2-month-old.
Yeah. Well, it has been an initiative in a number of states. I think more than 20 states have voted to go to one or the other permanently year round.
I've
But
heard
the
that.
issue is no state can enact that unless Congress approves it.
Oh, see why? Why?
I guess my thing though is what is the point of doing it to extend the daylight hours, right? I mean,
It doesn't really do that though. It just.
I mean, isn't that
I
kind
think
of
it
the
had
idea,
something to do with energy.
Yeah,
that
energy.
If you had more daylight at night, you'd consume less energy rather than having to turn on your lights at home. I think it goes back to that.
I guess that's assuming that people would do more or be more active after work, getting home, than they would be early in the morning. Is that kind of?
Yeah.
None of that makes any sense to me, but yeah, I mean, I guess. So I guess at this point, though, it's getting light earlier, so they have to get up earlier to actually even get the benefit of the daylight hours in the morning.
Yeah.
So-
You'd have to you'd have to wake up and get moving earlier to get any benefit out of the
Which
change.
I'll tell you, my dad, I mean, he used to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I always thought it was ridiculous. I still think it's ridiculous. I'm like, no, I'd prefer not to be awake at 5 something. So,
No.
which I get woke up quite frequently at all hours of the day and night, but I just, as a general rule, I don't like the sun shining into my room before 6:30.
Why are you doing that? Is Marvin like a sleepwalker or something? So you get up and put pillows in the oven and stuff like that? Like, why are you getting up so many times?
Oh, so because funeral directing is not 9 to 5.
Oh, I got you.
People
okay.
pass away
I got you.
24/7.
Okay.
They don't care. About
I'm just thinking about the
what are you doing?
The Cooper household there. I'm just curious what's
The
going
Cooper
on.
household's crazy because
So it's
we get woken up.
pretty
so
interesting.
Often.
The problem with Becky is a baby, and the problem with Tamil is dead people.
And Marvin.
Yeah.
Marvin, yeah.
Marvin the sleepwalker.
I'll have to tell him about that. To tell him he's a sleepwalker. Marvin actually is a person that can fall asleep faster than anybody I've ever met. Like his head doesn't even hit the pillow and he's gone. He's out.
I don't know, man. You should see Pat Malone after that bottle of Jameson, man. He just
At the
tongue
end
hanging
of
out
the
and-
day, yes.
Wait,
yes.
is your head bobbing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I put on the calendar, go to the liquor store the next day.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
great.
wanna-
Marvin keeps a calendar too.
Don't want to break the string that I've got going so far.
Well, Pat, we got another giveaway to do here in a minute. Let's give away some free Papa's Pizza. Now, we got 3 locations that give away prizes with us, Murphy, Blairsville, and Hiawassee. And we've got a gift certificate for you. And Pat's going to get us a pizza trivia question when we come back from this break. Does that sound good?
That sounds good. Remember, more insurance.
Yep, more insurance. More-insurance.com. And they have a weekend show, too. And you can actually, if you missed the show, you can go to their website and go to more-insurance.com. Click on podcast and go down there. You can find all the different interesting insurance shows that they have. We'll be right back.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
In Hiawassee, you can find More Insurance Services on Main Street. Call 706-896-6172 for a fast and accurate quote.
West Tubing Company is back and bigger than ever. Check out the new glamping cabins at Blackberry Hill or glamping tents at Brasstown Creek. Campsites come with fire pits, bathhouses, heated showers, phone charging stations, picnic tables, grills, walking trails, and are dog-friendly. Canoe trips take you on an adventure from Mission Dam to Murphy with fly fishing adventures on Brasstown Creek. See westtubingcompany.com to make a reservation. West Tubing Company in Warren. This is not your ordinary tubing company.
There's honey-do lists and there's honey I can't do this lists. Heavy digging, tree stump removal, driveway grading. Call Mike in Blairsville. Mike Whittemore runs Georgia Mountain Grading and he loves big jobs. Erosion control, culverts, and digging. Yeah, digging. We covered that already. Georgia Mountain Grading. They're insured and they answer when you call. Fast estimates at 706-994-0543 for Georgia Mountain Grading. 706-994-0543.
From the creators of the Lucky Dog Restaurant Group comes the all-new Pizza Belly, home of the only wood-fired pizza oven in Blairsville. We'll cook your pizzas at 900 degrees while you customize with over 40 toppings. Fresh-made dough, hand-stretched, using high-quality ingredients. Have lunch or dinner at Pizza Belly in Merchants Walk Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 8. And choose from 6 customized salads. Pizza Belly, next to Lucky's in Merchants Walk in Blairsville. Unique, affordable, and the best pizza and salads in town.
Life's biggest moments call for unique and beautiful gifts. Let Davis Jewelers take away all the worry and indecision with a beautiful pendant, ring, necklace, or earrings. We've got a huge selection of unique pieces to make every special moment become an oh wow moment. Our experts at Davis Jewelry want to help you find the perfect piece for birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, and engagements, or just because. Find us at 417 Blue Ridge Street in Blairsville or davisjewelry.jewelershowcase.com.
The secret is really getting out. The Tin Roof Country Store and Creamery has become that little shop with all the specialties you love and the shopping experience that's one of a kind. Did you know the Tin Roof has now added coffee, hot breakfast items, and popping boba teas? And the hours have been expanded. The Tin Roof is open at 6 a.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. on Saturdays so that early risers get out the door and into their favorite Blairsville day starter. The Tin Roof Country Store and Creamery in the Merchants Walk.
The Morning Dish.
You can't blame Stephen Phillips for your business insurance going up 25% this year, but you can still do something about it. Business owners, you need to talk business with More Insurance Services, your mountain insurance agency in Hayesville, Blairsville, and Hiawassee.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Monday edition of the Morning Dish. Stephen's on vacation this week, so we've got a little calmer show, and Packy's supplying all the comedy. Tamala's supplying all the funeral facts, and I'm sort of herding the cats, I guess. And Lee's pushing the buttons.
That sounds like a recipe for a terrible show.
Yeah, it does. It really. People are probably like, okay, are they okay? Like, what are they doing?
Well, hey, we gave somebody their wish, right? Didn't they want Stephen off the show and out of the studio?
Off the show.
Yeah, this is what it's like. So.
Yeah, this is what you get if you don't have Stephen.
This is a warning. Be careful what you ask for, right?
This week should deter anyone from saying that again. They're like, okay, never mind, we need him.
So we got a question for you, right, Pat? You got a little pizza question?
We do have a question, and the question actually is, what is the most popular pizza in Georgia?
In Georgia.
And quite frankly, I couldn't come up with a definitive answer. There are 3 possible answers that I will accept.
Okay.
So give us a call,
Listen to how he says that.
706-379-9770 if you know what is the most popular pizza in the state of Georgia.
Listen that he says that I will accept.
That he will accept.
Well, hey,
It's like
I'm the
Wizard of
trivia
Oz over
master
here.
here.
Yeah, the trivia master. He's one of those people. You ever play trivia?
Oh yes.
And you go play, and then there's people there, like the guy who does the trivia, and he's like,
yes.
oh, you didn't know that question. How could you not know that, you fool?
It gives you a sense of superiority, right?
Yeah.
That is Pat. Did we get somebody that called? No? So we didn't do national days, Pat, and I was just kind of looking at them for fun.
What is today?
Well, it's Job Action Day, and so I had to look into that. And everybody except the people who work for me is welcome to participate in this today. But if you work for me, you cannot do this. It's like it's the first Monday of November, and it defines opportunity to switch careers. If you want to do something different, it's like a day that you can look into those things. And I was like, well, my guys don't need a day like that. We don't need to be looking into anything else. I love my people. Do we have somebody?
We do. We have Andrea White.
Hey, Andrea, this morning.
I'm calling from Blairsville.
All right. And what are you doing with yourself this bright and early Monday morning?
Well, I work from home, so I ran to the grocery store real quick before I go back home and log into the office.
All right. So you're one of those remote workers. How do you like that?
It's nice, but I almost work too much because I'm always at home and I know my computer's right there, so I just keep on working past 5, past 6. So sometimes I just have to walk away. Yeah, it's bad sometimes.
You need the discipline of Packy. He stops working around noon.
I need to get that.
All right. So the trivia question was the most popular pizza in the state of Georgia. There are 3 possible answers.
I saw a couple of different answers. Is it pepperoni, maybe?
Pepperoni is one of the 3. Do you have the other 2?
I looked up. Is it maybe ham and pineapple? Or is that
that's the Hawaiian pizza was one of the answers, and the 3rd one was deep dish.
I don't know the 3rd one. What was the 3rd one?
Deep dish, Chicago deep dish pizza.
Sounds good.
So, all right, you won the gift certificate to Papa's Pizza. Becky, you have to come by the station and pick it up?
No, it's not a gift certificate. It's just the pizza. I've got it here in the fridge. That's been sitting there a little while. The ends are kind of starting to curl up on a little bit, so you might want to hurry. It's not too bad, but
That's funny.
Come by and bang on the door and wake Becky up to get your certificate.
That sounds good. Thank you guys so much. I enjoy the show. We listen every day.
All right, stop working so hard, too.
I'll try. Thanks so much. Have a great day, guys.
All right, see ya.
Marvin told me I could never work from home. It was something about bringing decedents to the house he was not cool with. It's like, no remote work for you. It's like, that's not fair at all.
So in other breaking news, I saw an announcement that Walmart is going to be closed on Thanksgiving Day. And the reason they're closing is so that all the self-checkout people can spend the day with their families.
Wow.
How do you feel about self-checkouts?
I hate it. Like, I despise it.
So far, you're 2 for 2.
I don't like it at all.
Okay. What don't you like about it?
All of it. All of it. The machine goes off all the time. They're like, put the item in the bag. And I'm like, I did.
that's because you're trying to like take the weight off of the tomatoes and stuff and make it like.
Oh, no. I don't even try to check out with stuff like that because then you got to look it up. Marvin loves the self-checkout. This is the reason two opposite people get married. I did not, at no point in my life did I say, you know what I think I should do? I think I should be a cashier. I didn't ever say that, so I don't want to do that. There's a lot of people that don't want to do my job, so I don't want to be a cashier. I will not. I don't participate in the self-checkout thing. The machine is.
So it appears to me, Tamala, that there's a obvious solution here.
Not buying groceries. Yep.
No, let Marvin do the shopping.
He does. He does.
But you said you didn't want to be a cashier when you were little. So but you did want to be a core or a
yes,
like a
funeral
home
director.
Is that what you want to do? Like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a funeral director. My parents were shocked too. They were like, "What?" I think for a while they thought I was joking.
I was kind of wondering about your teachers because teachers always ask that question, right?
Yeah, they raised their eyebrows too.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm looking back. Clearly, I was probably the odd kid.
You didn't actually want to. You didn't actually want to do that, though, did you? Was that actually a thing?
Yeah. So from like as early as probably 8, 9, 10, that's what I wanted to do. It's not what I originally did. Like I ran an office for a number of years, and I worked for my parents, selling contracted.
Was your family
pole
like the
barns.
Adams family or?
No, they're very normal. They were builders. They owned small business. They built custom pole barns, nicer than the houses we live in. So I did that for a while with them, and I ran an office for a while. And then I was like, you know what? I have to find something. Like I have to do what I want to do at this point in my life. So I went back to school, and now I'm a funeral director.
So, Tamala, when you were growing up, were there toys for prospective funeral directors?
No. No, but I did bury a lot of my Barbie dolls. Them in the ground.
No, you didn't.
We should change the subject if you don't believe that. Yeah, no, seriously. That's what I wanted to do. So.
Are you okay, Marvin? You okay out there?
Yeah.
If you ever need to talk, man.
Packy's here for you.
So, some kids become entrepreneurs because when they're little, they had a lemonade stand or something like that. Did you offer kids funeral services for the pets in the neighborhood or something?
No, I didn't get to do any of that.
Oh,
I don't know what was so fascinating. I think it was the unknown. Like, you go to a funeral and you see these people standing around in these suits. And that's it. That's what you see. And you're like, well, I want to know what they do all day. Like, do they just stand here and look nice in their suit? Like, what are they doing? I found out later after, investing some time and money into my career that is definitely not what we do. It is a 24/7 job. There's so much paperwork that it would just blow your mind how much paperwork we file when somebody passes away. Logistics of it, like we plan like a full service funeral, which is kind of like a wedding in 3 days. It takes wedding coordinators, months to do this. We get it all together in 3 days. We bring all these people together and do the celebration and burial and all that. And like I said, 2 to 3 days. So people don't realize there's a lot that goes on. But as a child, I was just like, oh, well, I want to do that and drive the hearse. Or I wanna
You
do
were
that.
when you were a kid, you were just kind of enamored by like the glory of it.
I
you know,
guess,
like
yeah.
just the excitement
and
of it all.
the unknown. I was like,
Yeah.
what do they do all day? Because my parents worked, like they worked nonstop, and so because they were small business owners as well, so I guess in just my head, I was like, what do y'all do with all your free time? There's not free time. There's not any. That's a lie.
Right.
If anybody ever tells you that, it's an absolute lie. So
Yeah, most small business owners are like that, right? There is no free time.
You ever see like anything cool? Like I'd like to mine. I'd like to have just give everybody there a taser. You know what I mean?
Oh, that sounds
and
dangerous.
Like the last person standing gets all my
All
guitars
your
and
stuff?
all that. Yeah, you know.
That's funny. That is funny. We
So
do
on
some
a
unique stuff.
serious note, Pamela,
Sure.
is there obviously are schools or associations that teach people how to be funeral director?
There is. It's an actual degree. So I went to what's called Gumpton Jones Mortuary School.
Okay.
That's down in Decatur. So I drove there, not from Hiawassee. I lived in Gainesville at the time, but I drove there every day and did schooling. But there's a number of there's a number of schools. I think we have 2 in Georgia. There's usually 2 to 3 in every state, and so
I'm picturing like a
So-
Hogwarts.
right. No, it's much less exciting than that. It's
Now,
you sit in a room
did
all
that
day.
school also teach the embalming side of the business?
They do. And the other thing, to become a funeral director and embalmer in most states, there are occasionally states that do not require that you do both. But Georgia, if I'm a funeral director, I have to be an embalmer as well in Georgia. So they teach that. But the other thing where you really get your training is we have to do an 18-month apprenticeship. And so you go into another funeral home and you have a preceptor. Like I have people that are students under me. So I was a student under Ricky Barrett in Cleveland. And so I spent 18 months with he and his staff learning the embalming, the paperwork, the etiquette, just, those day-to-day things you can't get in a classroom. The schooling is to pass the national board. So we carry a national license. So the schooling is to pass that national board. Your 18 months of apprenticeship is to learn what you really do.
So did the school teach the business side of the profession?
Some of it.
And do they have like a football team?
No, we don't. We didn't have a football team. That would have been
no
great.
extracurriculars?
No. They frown upon that.
Yeah.
So, but no, yes, some of it was taught, but, we keep up continuing education. We have to every year. So, it's not just get your degree and go do your thing. It's get your degree and then let's see you back here every year to make sure you're still doing what you're supposed to and following all the rules and laws.
And there is continuing education,
Yes.
number of hours required to keep your certificate up, huh?
There is, yeah. So
Cool.
yeah,
All right.
it is. A lot of people don't realize that. We put a lot into. That's why I tell you, it's hard to get your license. It's super easy to lose them. So you guard your license, your ethics, your laws. You guard those like with everything in you, because if you lose your license, it is very hard to get them back. Almost impossible.
Yeah.
Well, this is exciting and all, but let's give something away,
Yeah, I was
Let's-
gonna say, it's like, we're boring
So
people
we've got
with this.
we got a gift certificate now to give away for some S&S smoothies over there in the Merchants Walk Plaza. Go get some smoothies, supplements, or some CBD. You know what I'm saying?
CBD.
Go get some
Got it.
CBD at S&S Smoothies right there in the Merchants Walk Plaza. And but you can also use this at the Tin Roof. So we're going to let people choose whichever one you want. Tin Roof is a great little country store and creamery that has great ice cream too. So Tin Roof or the S&S Smoothies. And Pat Malone's going to ask you a trivia question as soon as we get back. And this show today is brought to you by More Insurance. Check them out online at more-insurance.com. Give Mark and Kathy a call at 828-389-4000.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Now you can find More Insurance in Blairsville on Highway 515 across the street from the Home Depot. Call 706-745-2139 for a fast and accurate quote.
Are you ready? If you buy individual family health insurance, Open enrollment begins on November 1st. Go to AlliantPlans.com to see your health coverage options with access to local doctors and hospitals. For over 25 years, Alliant Health Plans has called Georgia home. We're neighbors serving neighbors, so you're not just a policyholder to us, you're a valued member of our community. Visit AlliantPlans.com. That's AlliantPlans.com. Choose health coverage with heart.
Union General Health System continues to invest in the healthcare of our community. Did you know Union General Hospital in Blairsville has in place a state-of-the-art MRI machine? No need to drive to Atlanta or out of the area to diagnose the discomfort that you're feeling. So, start your scan here at Union General Hospital. More than a half-century of caring for this community. That's Union General Health System and Union General Hospital in Blairsville.
If you've been injured, you don't need to go to Atlanta or Gainesville to find a lawyer. The law office of Daniel Duello specializes in accident cases and is based in Blairsville. I used to defend insurance companies and saw their attempts to pay less through pressure and delays. Now I want to use that experience to help you get treated fairly. Just search for Daniel Duello or call 706-603-3036 and I'll see you in Blairsville. It's 706-603-3036.
I checked my tires with a penny and I see all of Lincoln's head. And what's up with all of these wires sticking out of the tread? I took a little trip down to Old Blairsville, high up on the hill, to High Country Tire and Wheel. Don't let them deflate on the interstate. Call 706-835-1488. High Country Tire is located right up the hill from the post office in Blairsville. They're high on quality and service, but low on prices.
So you're ready to sell your mountain home or vacation property, and you need an expert on the local real estate market. Union Realty in Blairsville is exactly that. Or maybe you want a realtor who's great at listening. If you're buying or selling land or real estate, call Union Realty in downtown Blairsville. 40 years of knowing the answer before you even ask the question. Contact us at 706-745-2188 and unionrealty.com, where service with integrity is our business.
The Morning Dish! Unlike the telephone company, you've got choices in the mountains for auto insurance. And when you deal with an independent agent, you've got even more. And choices mean savings. Speak with a local neighbor at Moore Insurance Services.
All right, welcome back. You got the Morning Dish, the Monday edition. Patrick Malone along with Tamala, Packy, and Lee pushing the buttons on the board. So we got a trivia question here for a gift certificate for S&S Smoothies and the Tin Roof, right? Yep.
You got it.
Packy?
Yep.
Yes?
If Lee can turn my mic on there. You got it, Lee? You okay?
You're on.
We're calling him Lee.
I know, it threw me
getting
off. I was
confused.
listening.
I know. I'm sorry. I should call you Puddin', huh?
So what you got, Pat? You got a trivia question?
I got a trivia question. What e-commerce giant has eliminated cannabis testing of its employees? How's that? That's a stretch for the CBD oil because it's not technically cannabis, but
is it not?
That was the. I guess it doesn't have the same potency, right?
Yeah. It doesn't have the same.
I don't know. What about Puddin'? What do you think?
Wait a minute.
Is
Is
it stronger?
We were asking the expert
I
there.
know.
Peggy.
I know. I was deflecting.
I noticed that. All right. So first caller, 706-379-9770. They get the certificate for S&S Smoothies or the Tin Roof.
Yeah, they got great smoothies over there too.
I have not been, but every time we talk about it on the radio, I'm like, oh, I should go. I should try it. So
There you go. And they got great supplements, a whole extensive line of everything that you need to cure whatever ails you or help you live a more healthy life.
So what e-commerce giant made it to where people can smoke weed now, right?
And not
Hey, wait. That's not what the question was.
Okay.
Eliminated cannabis testing
Gotcha.
for their
Oh,
employees.
okay, I get you.
And we have Alice Moore this morning.
No,
Hey,
Miller.
Alice, how are you this morning?
Good. It's Alice Miller, not Moore.
Miller.
Yeah.
Okay, Alice.
Answer must be Amazon.
Answer must be Amazon. You are correct. What are you doing this morning, Alice?
Well, my dog is getting special training at the trainer's house, and I'm going to continue to lay out the southern topsoil, which is a combination of mushroom compost and horse poop in my yard. It's easier said
Okay.
than done.
How do your neighbors feel about that, Alice?
They don't care. You know, it's all good. I live in the woods
So-
anyway.
It's all good.
Alice, that's the
Okay,
funny
all
thing.
right.
Yeah, we always talk about like HOAs and these neighborhoods that are all ritzy and stuff. My in-laws' neighborhood, it's this beautiful neighborhood, and they have all these, like down, but they have like the nicely cut grass and all this stuff. And then every yard has these signs like, no poop in our yard, no dog poop in our yard. Keep your dogs off the lawn. So we always walk the dogs. We gotta make sure they don't walk onto the. But then what do when springtime rolls around?
Yeah.
They all get 50 tons of chicken manure and spread it all over their yard.
Yeah. We got those signs too. We
Yeah.
have a neighborhood that's no poop in the yard.
Oh, you have one of those signs in your yard?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
We have a neighborhood because people get upset and then don't go so fast. No dust in the yard. There's lots of signs. I put up my own sign a couple of weeks ago. It said, "Dogs bark, deal with it," because I have a neighbor that honks his horn when he hears the dog barking.
I like you already.
Well, you've met me, Pat. You've met me before.
Are you talking me or Pat? Which Pat?
Pat.
Pat or
Pat.
Pat?
Packy. And
Okay.
Pat Malone has spoken to me before, too, because I'm very vocal with certain things.
Oh, you're the one who yells
wait
about
a minute.
Harry, aren't you?
You're that
Yeah.
Alice Miller.
Yeah, I'm not Alice Miller. We had an HOA, and a bunch of idiots decided to disband it, and now they want to collect money from people. And it's like, well, what do you expect? There's no law that says I have to contribute money now.
So you had an HOA and then they got rid of it.
Some people did, yeah, without getting everybody involved.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Sounds like we got a legal issue there here.
Yeah, I just like my neck of the neighborhood because nobody bothers me for the most part except the guy that honks his horn when my dog barks, but, I just ignore him.
So when he
You
honks his
ignore him
horn,
and then
does
talk
your
about him
dog
on the
bark
radio,
even
right?
more?
What's that?
When he honks his horn, does your dog bark even more?
No, he doesn't pay any attention to it. If you yell at a dog or honk a horn or make noise, they just think you're barking at them. They don't know that you're trying to make them stop. And, I got a big puppy, and I'm probably the person that gets most offended by my dog barking. So I keep working on it to stop him. But he's a German Shepherd, so he's always on alert.
There you go. There you go. Best kind.
Yep, I love him. My
All right,
Jebediah.
Alice, continue spreading your manure in the neighborhood and come by the station and get your thing for S&S smoothies in the tin roof.
Which one are you going to use it at? You going to use the S&S smoothies or the tin roof?
Probably S&S Smoothies because I've never gone there.
Well, you're going to love it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Cool. All right. Take care.
So what we got going on
right.
today, Pat? More voting today, you said?
No, there's no voting today.
Oh, okay.
Election day is tomorrow. The last early voting, in some cases, was on Saturday, but other cases on Friday. But there's no voting today. They're getting ready for Election Day. I understand the turnout from listening to the news. The turnout's pretty small. Blairsville, I think, has got 16 or 17 people that voted early.
Oh, wow.
What?
Dang.
That's it?
So, there's a massive turnout. There's a lot of interest in the municipal elections, apparently.
Well, I really
But I
want to
did
encourage
hear-
people to come and vote. We need them voting on that
Yeah.
SPLOST, and we need them voting, for the city council. Jonathan Wilson, I've spoken with him many, many times and his ideas and, keeping things as a small town. And so I just really encourage people to get out there and make those votes.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't even like encouraging people to vote. You know how people it's always like, hey, you got to get out and do your civic duty and get out and vote. I'm kind of more of like encourage people who know what the heck's going on to vote kind of person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you know what's happening, if you know one of the candidates, do it. When they go in and that's the problem with voting is half the time people don't know.
who know what's going on, aren't those the ones that really don't need encouraging?
Probably.
Right.
Yeah, because they're already committed to voting whatever their conscience tells them. So, who's
Well,
the
how about
lady that's running
reminder?
against Jonathan Wilson? What's her name?
This gets me every time.
Babette.
Babette
Dunn.
Babette Dunn.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. So that's the deciding the one contested race in the city of Hiawassee.
Yes. Yeah.
But then you got the East Splash that is for the countywide.
For the whole countywide.
So
yeah.
no, city
Yeah.
council. There's a city council. Babette Dunn and Wilson.
Yes.
No, that's not a partisan. That's not a partisan race, or is it?
No.
No.
Okay.
No,
I
it's
got you.
nonpartisan.
But are they both Republicans? Really?
I know that Jonathan is.
I think they're both conservative. Yeah.
I would think so. So there's a one seat open on city council, and so they're running for that. But
Well, there actually are 3 seats open, but the other 2 only had the incumbents file, so those are uncontested races.
oh, I guess you're right. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You're right.
Not,
So
just a minor technicality
yeah,
there.
no, you're right.
But I think it's is it Junior
Juniors and
Junior Chastain and Nancy?
Nancy Nobley, yes.
So
those 2 seats.
So the mayor race in Hiawassee, that's going to be in what, 2 years, a year? What's the
2 years?
2
2 years.
2 years. Okay, I got you.
They're on an odd term, different than like the coroner.
Because I know we
sheriff
had one. Scotty Fane came in and I guess kind of announced that he was going to be running for that. Correct?
Ooh, I didn't know.
But
that.
no, I'm sorry. Did I say
Yes.
that wrong? Okay. Yeah, you did.
No, you're right.
Okay.
Scotty Fane's running
I don't
for-
remember his name. Well, what was Scotty Payne?
No, it's Fane.
Fane.
But I'm just saying,
Fane.
is that the only 2 people, or that's I don't know if Liz will run again or not. But I mean, I'm assuming she will. But is that the only people we have for that so far that are declared?
I just found out about Scotty when you said
Oh,
it. So was there someone else?
No, that's what I'm asking. I didn't.
So from my understanding, I think Liz has said she's not running again.
Oh, okay.
Is that Pat? Have you?
The only definitive no I heard from Liz was that she was not running for county commissioner.
Okay.
That rumor had been out there she was going to challenge Cliff. And the last time she was on our show, she said definitively she was not running for county commissioner.
Okay. So we don't
Now,
know
when-
what she's
when
doing
the-
for mayor.
Yeah, when the mayor's race is up in 2 years, so are the other 2 council seats.
Okay.
And that would be Barrett and what's the other lady's name?
Oh,
on the
heavens.
council now.
Is it Ann or Patsy?
No, Patsy.
Patsy
Because
Owens.
Ann Mitchell is not running. That's where
That's where
Jonathan
Jonathan
Wilson and Babette Dunn are running.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow, that was a lot to figure out.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, hey, we've done our duty here. We filled in for Stephen. It wasn't as funny as usual. It wasn't as chaotic as usual, but we'll be back tomorrow and we will try to do better.
Enjoy the day.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Tamala.
Thank you.